This shop stool is actually quite comfortable once I finally get up on top of it. Anyway, Winston Churchill once said something like this, and I'm probably going to get it wrong, but he said something about this is not the end, nor is this the beginning, nor is this the end of the beginning of the end, or something like that that didn't make sense at all. At least I couldn't figure it out. But for some reason, people are still quoting it to this day. Well, this is sort of like that. This is the beginning of episode number 1 in the jumbo segmented bowl. Anyhow, as I mentioned at the end of the last series, I'm going to try and make the largest bowl in diameter that I can on this lathe. And the swing over the bed is just a hair over 9 inches. So that means I can turn something that is approximately 18 inches in diameter. Now that's what it'll be in the rough. By the time I get it turned down, it'll probably be about 17 inches in diameter. This series is probably going to have a lot of episodes. Sorry. It's just the way it's going to go. I know that whenever I try to do something that's a little unusual, I run into all kinds of problems that I didn't know that I was going to have, and it just makes it a lot longer. And to me, it makes it a lot more interesting. Now, I got a lot of cleaning up here to do. I don't know if episode number 2 is going to be tomorrow. I've got to get upstairs into my computer and sort of design it out. What I want to do, it's probably only going to be about maybe 8 inches high, the bowl. It's just going to be big in diameter. I don't want a great big long thing. I mean, with this lathe, as I mentioned, I could probably turn something that would look like an urn that you would see in a museum that would have maybe a small person hidden inside. 18 inches round, and I think it'll go something like 56 inches long. I'm not going to do that. It'll be maybe 6 or 8 inches high. It'll be one of these, it'll be a big bowl. I'm hoping that it's going to look something like a bowl that you would put at the front door of a wedding. You know, where you throw your money into it for the bride and groom? You know, that kind of a bowl. I'm not even sure what I'm going to make it of. I think it might be made out of mahogany and oak. I've made approximately 18 or 19 bowls. I like mahogany the best. Now this happens to be mahogany and aspen. The aspen is just to accent it a little, but I like the mahogany. I know you can't see it from there, but it's a beautiful rich wood. It almost has a 3D effect when the light hits it just right. So I'm probably going to use mahogany and oak to accent, similar to this. This one, by the way, is what I call the test bowl. I don't know if you happened to see that series a few years ago, the Christmas candy bowls. Anyway, I do like segmented bowls because they are extremely strong. In fact, watch this. And the klutzy guest accidentally You know, I had to force myself to do that. Not broken. So okay, it's extremely strong. And the reason I'm not giving it to anybody is because I can't bring myself to give somebody a bowl that was run over by my car. Anyway, and I really did, that wasn't fake. So yeah, and then there's the first bowls that were of any value, I guess, I just sort of practiced on. This is one of 3 The other two look very similar to this. And this bowl is made up of cut up studding that when I renovated my workshop and I tore down old walls, I had some 2x4 spruce and I just cut it up and I made these three little bowls out of it. It looks quite nice. I really like it. And extremely strong. Anyway, I guess if you're a big guy like me, you like extremely strong stuff like my shop stool. Anyway, let's get back up to the computer and see if we can design something that's going to look like a ball and still take advantage of the fact that I can turn something almost 18 inches in diameter on this lathe. This is my plan, and I want to emphasize that it may change. It'll be made up of 9 segmented rings, each ring made up of 30 pieces. 30 pieces seemed to work out really well when I did the flower pot about 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, I can't remember now. There will be 5 mahogany rings and 4 oak rings. The very top ring will be oak and the base ring will be oak. Now, possibly it will look like there's more mahogany than oak because the entire bottom will be mahogany. In other words, ring number 2 may not be a ring. It may be a flat board about 14 inches square and then of course rounded off. Anyway, like I say, that's the plan. All being well, I'll be working on it some more tomorrow, and hopefully by tomorrow night I'll know a lot better what it's going to look like. Anyway, thanks for watching.